Look at those things. We got the quad tips here. This is gonna be so gnarly. Look at these welds, man. That's too early, bro. Dude. What's going on, everybody? Ratchet Wrench is back for another video. Today we're going to be working on the Corvette. It's been neglected on the channel, but finally we got our parts in. We've been waiting probably about maybe a month and a half or so for our lovely Boat Bullet Axleback system. Huge shout out to them. They definitely hooked it up. They make exhaust systems for so many cars and trucks. I'll link them down below. But pretty much this video is going to be a quick tutorial and then really our reactions, how it sounds, you know, just really enjoy the LS. Before we get into that, just sneak peek over here. This will be in a different video, but if you're new and just stopping by, make sure to have your notification bells on because we're going to be installing headers this weekend. We're going to be doing an in-depth tutorial. I haven't seen one good one on YouTube. There's some with text on it, but I want to have something where we can provide, you know, sizes of tools, just make it as good as it possibly can be, and
the Ratchet Wrench's way.
The Ratchet Wrench's way, and just really wake up this LS motor. So without further ado, we're gonna jack up the Corvette. Actually, no, before we do that, let's unbox this bad boy right here. Let's get these foam inserts out of the way, nicely packaged. Oh wow, it's really in there. Technical difficulties, there we go. Alright. Look at that stainless steel. Look at these welds, man. Each Billy Boat exhaust is made to order, that's why you have to wait. And you can tell they really have good fabs over there. They got good fabricators because this is quality welds. I'm no weld expert, I know nothing about welding, but it just looks beautiful. The bead is consistent, looks good. Look how shiny these are. This is gonna be the tip. Just the tip, you ready for this? Bear with me, they got like 8 layers of tape. Yeah, you gotta protect the tip, you know? They chromed it out because you might be able to see this from the rear if you're looking back.
You might, yeah.
Yeah, so that's nice that they did a nice finish on that. It kind of fades to regular stainless steel, but overall, very impressed so far. Be careful here. Ooh, brother. Exactly, man.
Wow.
Damn. Look at those things. We got the quad tips here. We kept that OEM look. Oh, this is going to be so gnarly. Look at these welds, man. Look at this. This is perfectly fabbed. I'm so excited to hear the sounds. Now that we got everything unboxed, you can really just appreciate the quality of the work. You got the nice finish, the nice chrome here, and then you just got the raw stainless steel. But if you come up close and personal, you can see this little plaque right here. It says the Billy Boat exhaust, the part number, and then I guess the date that it was, you know, ready, assembled and ready to go. This technically is an Axleback because the mid-pipe, H-pipe, is where it connects to, and that will be gone when we do that, along with the headers going to catless X-pipe. They give you clamps, they give you some new gaskets, and let's just dive right into it. We're going to jack the car up, get it on stands, and if you haven't seen our previous video, we deleted the mufflers off this completely just because we wanted to have some fun with it. I'll link that up above now so you can watch that. So if you didn't cut the mufflers off, you might have to take the sway bar, rear sway bar link, get that out of the way. There's 4 bolts on each side, 2 on each side, 4 total. Get that out of the way to get those mufflers. But in this case, we cut the mufflers off. I suggest doing the same thing. If you're not planning on selling that or keeping that, just cut the mufflers off and you'll be able to wiggle it right out. But yeah, let's jack it up. As you can see, we're under the car. We jacked it up over there and have the stand as well. The mufflers would sit right here and right here. You can see we cut ours off right there. If you were to have the mufflers on, you would have to loosen up this right here, which is that rear sway bar, just so you can get the drop down a little bit and get the mufflers out. But it's easier just to cut them off if you want to go that route. Taking off the old one, it's very simple. There's just some bolts back here that bolt into the flange. There's one here, one here, one here, and one here, pretty much for each side. They're 15 millimeter. And we got our handy dandy Matco wrench here, or ratchet, and we'll just break those loose. Obviously, the more miles you have, the more rust it's going to be. We're going to spray some PB Blaster on them just to get them absorbed and make sure they don't snap. So before we even went ahead and PB blast them, we just tried to see if we could turn them by hand. And this car has 80,000 miles. I'm shocked that they weren't, you know, rusted on there, but they broke loose pretty easy. So we're just gonna take the Milwaukee and just impact them off. And it'll look like this. Pretty much just a bolt that goes all the way through. There's no nut because it is a threaded flange. So it makes it easy. You don't have to put a wrench on the backside. Careful of your eyes. Wear safety glasses if you have them. Here's the old gasket. Actually not bad of shape. It held up pretty well. But I'm gonna feed this through. I have to figure out if I want to pull it. Looks like we could pull it, twist it, turn it, pop it. Alright, so I got this out here. It made it super easy without that muffler. It's extremely easy. Here's the old gasket. I'll go ahead and do this side and then we'll start installation. So we got the, I guess it's like the axle pipe. We got that up over the rear axle. We went in from the front side over the axle and came out over here. It's kind of tough, but you just have to maneuver and kind of like twist it and turn it and you'll get it through. Now we'll go ahead and put the new gasket on back here. Take those two 15mm bolts, snug them up. We'll do our last full tight down at the end once we have everything buttoned up. But it's pretty much reverse procedure for those, so I'm not going to film that. But then once we get the, you know, where the muffler would be out to the tips, we'll show you that. Alright guys, so it's the next day. We ran out of daylight. This is going to be a pure cold start. We just rolled it out in neutral, so this will be the first time you guys are hearing it after a straight cold start. But one thing I wanted to mention for the install, we ended up taking off the sway bar link, the bolts there and there. It was a lot easier to get that out of the way. It just made it a lot more accessible to get the piping over the axle and just connect it to the flange. These are not set perfectly yet. As you can see, this one's dipped down a little bit. We'll just have to readjust it. That's all comes down to fine-tuning it. Once we're, you know, driving around and experiencing, we'll do all our fine-tune to get it, make sure there's no leaks. And don't forget, we are going to be putting the aftermarket one along with the header, so once again we'll be loosening everything, so we're not too worried about the fitment right now. But yeah, we're going to let the exhaust speak for itself and we'll get in there and do a cold start. Let's hear how it sounds. Alright. As you can tell, that definitely changed the whole tone of the car. Now it's quieted down just a little bit, quiet enough to know that we know it's warmed up. So we're gonna give it some revs. Not gonna go too crazy as we are in the neighborhood, but do some revs here, then we'll really take it around the block and have some fun. We're gonna do flybys, all that good stuff. Some more smoke than usual. It's just the burning of the like oils and everything on the fresh stainless steel. As you can see, it's definitely got a lot of condensation, and it's gonna be like that for a little bit until we really just break in this new exhaust system. But now let's just take it for a spin, have some fun, and get ratchet. All right, first spin.
Yes, sir. Sure sounds good. Here's the scrape.
Yep. Oh, that makes me cringe every single time.
I think it's just the plastic or like the bottom of the metal rails hitting, so it's not anything.
It's just such a long car, so the wheelbase is so spread out.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
Like three-quarters of the car was flat and the other was up on the driveway. But yeah, take it for a spin, have some fun. That sounds good.
Woo! Oh yeah,
rips, man.
Get in a little bit.
I hope you can hear the exhaust on camera. It's such a distinct sound.
For these crackles.
I hope you guys can hear that, because that's literally, what, just letting off the gas and
And that's all that Bullet exhaust, pretty much straight piped out the back, so it's just free flowing.
No mufflers, no restriction.
Yep.
Man, I can't wait to. Oh, all right.
Really good there.
Yeah. It's like
Really changed the whole dynamic of the car. We haven't even gotten started yet. This is the first mod of many, so.
yeah, literally. If you're new and just stopping by, definitely subscribe, because this thing's gonna be a monster.
Unreal.
This was our first mod, really.
Yeah.
We were waiting for a while, and now we ordered the headers, and it's only just beginning. So.
Yep. Headers are next, baby.
Oh, and literally Sunday. Whew, it's hard to keep the camera still.
Yeah.
It's like popcorn. Oh my gosh. So keep making that pop.
So now we're just in 4th gear. No real drone. It's pretty quiet. It could be a daily driver easily. So that's what I like about this exhaust. You can really wake it up, and then you can also just cruise like 5th gear and it'd be pretty quiet.
Yeah, like you were saying, this is definitely more of a, you know, a weekend car for us. This is definitely not a droney exhaust. It's comfortable to drive in, cruise. It's got a nice sound, nice pops. This is what we were going for, but now that we got the headers, we're gonna really make this thing scream. So
it's gonna be loud.
If you want just some noise and, you know, some excitement, this would definitely be the exhaust route to go. I'd recommend, right?
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of people say Corsa, but I feel like it's too much money, and I don't know.
I'm gonna pull over.
We want it to be a little different. He's gonna come around and do a flyby here, so let's see how it sounds on open throttle. Damn, that sounds amazing, magnificent. LS1, baby.
That was like 4,000 RPM.
Well, that's where the power band is. You know, I learned from my from the race. A lot of people gave me shit because I didn't know how to drive. Yeah, I didn't know how to drive this car at all. It was literally, wow, that's good. But yeah, we're learning this car. The power band is definitely a lot higher than what I'm used to, and
so it's so fun, man. I love manual cars. It sucks the newer technology is all automatic, but it is amazing at the same time.
Yeah.
Something about like a 2000s muscle car though, you can't beat it.
Raw.
Yeah, raw
power. It just
power.
makes it feel like mechanical, just not computer, just like, you know, raw power.
I think that's what we're going for with this build. Same with the Mustang, just raw, cheap plastic,
American
but like
muscle.
the power is just, you gotta bang gears to get it in gear, that kind of thing. Probably do a short throw shifter, and then once we throw a cam in this, it's just gonna be like insane.
Dude, it's gonna be the nicest C5 in town.
We're gonna make it the nicest.
It's gonna be a monster. New rims, everything.
Yeah.
As long as you guys want to see the build and support us, we'll keep doing it.
So we're kind of new to the Corvette game. I mean, I did a lot of mods to the Mustang, and I didn't necessarily need a tune, but for this, I feel like it might be a little different. I think a tune would definitely help it more than my car per se. But let us know in a comment below if with the full exhaust we should get a tune, or if necessarily you don't need it. intake stock, throttle body stock, just long tube headers, X-pipe, and Billy Boat.
To tune it, what, it would probably make like an extra maybe 15 or so horsepower. Is it really worth spending 500 or 600 bucks on dyno tune just for that? I feel like you should do the intake, the throttle body, eventually the cam, injectors, all that, and then tune it rather than...
Once we do the cam, obviously that will need a tune, so maybe we'll just wait. I don't know how soon we're going to do that, but...
Yeah, we gotta do some research and figure it all out.
Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed those flybys. Now we're going to do a little interior sender-roo. Oh god!
That's squirrely,
Revs,
bro.
Dude.
Squirrely girl, bro.
I was like hitting the red line. I was like, pop, pop, pop. I'm just like fishtailing out the back. That was sick. Oh, this thing's a monster. It ain't seen nothing yet, though.
It's only beginning.
Might do a little one here. Oh, she hooked. Got those tires nice and warm.
Yeah. You can see it just caught itself, but didn't even break loose.
I didn't give it as much gas, but still. Billy Boat Axleback Bullet, 10 out of 10 would recommend. The quality, amazing. The sound, the price, amazing. I mean, Corvette's going to be expensive, so if you're not willing to pay the price for a Corvette part, then you shouldn't own a Corvette. But definitely, the sound is like just perfect. I think it matches like the American Muscle deep tone, so I love it.
Yeah, it's definitely a win in our books.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Should do a competition of how long you can make popcorn down that hill.
Yeah.
It just keeps popping. Woo! Wheelie! Oh shit. Damn, son. You still going?
Wheelie? A legend.
I thought he was just gonna send it, but he just wheelie sent it. Damn. Woo! Oh man.
So that's a wrap for today's video. We hope you enjoyed. This definitely changed the whole dynamic and just the experience of driving this Corvette. It's fun to begin with, but with that sound, that deep aggressive growl and the pops, and I guess you could say kind of pops and bangs, it definitely just made it that much more fun. If you have any questions or comments about installing it or where we bought it from or anything like that, just comment down below. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. You're not going to want to miss this header installation because we're going to be really doing a in-depth tutorial. So if you're looking to get headers and you don't want to spend thousands of dollars on a shop or whatever they charge wherever you are, we're going to make it as user-friendly as possible, and it's really going to change the whole sound. So stay tuned for that. It's going to get rowdy, it's going to get ratchet, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.